What's going on, everyone? Hope everybody having a good night, or actually, I hope everyone had a good day. This hump day that we had today. Real quick, I want to do a video with Allen Iverson discussing Iverson, Al Harrington discussing Kwame Brown and their opinions about Kwame Brown on what's his name, Sharp, what's yeah, y'all know him, the Shannon Sharp podcast, I should say. And it was an interesting take of the podcast, just because you had a lot of details on how they feel about Kwame Brown, and I'm gonna share it and everything, and we're gonna go from there. Before I share this video, I'm only sharing this video. I want to make sure YouTube know for educational purposes. Again, I'm only sharing this video for educational purposes. Let's get it. Okay. Now here you go. We're here. Let's go.
One overall pick. Now maybe some people say, well, he wasn't a Hall of Famer, he wasn't this or that. But what if you could have given? What do you think some of the things that happened to Kwame? Because watching him, he's athletic, he could run, he was nimble, he was quick. Why don't you think he enjoyed the level of success that many think he was destined to have?
Well, from what I know about the situation, because I know a couple guys that was on the Wizards, when he got drafted,
okay,
was that he went to a veteran team where, I guess.
Real quick, guys. Al Harrington. Everybody know Al Harrington. I went to school in the Union County area. Al Harrington played for St. Pat's, just like homeboy, the NBA player, another Jersey cat. Al Harrington, straight out of Jersey, what have you. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the other guy, the point guard for the New Jersey. Sorry, the Brooklyn Nets. Anyway, Al Harrington is more my era. He actually graduated a year before me, but I saw him play. We almost had a chance to play against him, but we didn't. And I've always remember that it was the Union County tournament. It was probably going to whoop our butts anyway, because Allen Harrington was the truth. Real talk. He had a great NBA career. Excuse me. Great NBA career I think he was a 20th pick. He played for over 10. I think he played over almost 15 years in the league. But anyway, let's get it going.
That they didn't really want him there.
Right.
I think that what he was saying was the truth. Like, he thought that he was supposed to go to the Clippers for Elton Brand.
Right.
So those veterans that, Michael Jordan want to win right now. Right. He don't want to develop a high school kid. Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I hear, it was just like he didn't get a lot of support. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
From the vets. And, that's a big thing, man. And I will say, like,
huge.
As much as I wanted to be a top 5 pick, God blessed me to be picked at the 25th pick, because he put
25th pick. He was 25th pick.
That taught me how to be a man,
right,
how to be a pro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Al Harrington was the truth.
The foundation they gave me was the reason why I was able to play 16 years and why I had a respectable career, because of the things that those guys taught me. And from what I understand from the outside looking in, from stories, was that he never got that. Because when you think about it, to your point, he had everything, but what he lacked was confidence.
Yes.
And sometimes you need vets to give you that confidence. You know what I'm saying? The
right.
one thing I'll just talk about Allen is, like, from how I seen it, because I was in Indiana when he was at the height in Philly, when he was giving us 40 every night. But he had all these guys around him that you could tell they believed in him, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was something about the way he gave him a high five, the way he patted him on the ass, that made them willing to run through a wall for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that Kwame never got. And that's the reason why I think his career started off that way.
I totally agree. I don't believe you could. Go ahead.
18?
Yeah.
18?
Yep.
18 years old, number 1 pick in the NBA draft. I mean, if that's not pressure, because, I mean, even if you go lottery, that's big time pressure.
Right.
You straight out of high school, no college experience, to step on that stage like that. I applaud him. You know what I mean? And I played with Kwame.
Right.
I
Me
love
too.
Kwame the person. I played with him. You know what I mean? Everybody talk about, you know, they didn't know Kwame was like this, and you know how outspoken he is now and everything. Kwame been like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And something, I don't know when it was and when it happened, something lit a fire up under him. And
Yeah, what led the fire under him, up under him to answer Allen Iverson, another NBA great? It was people talking about him, especially black people. You know, from this young man, as Kwame Brown let you guys know since May, you know, been 20 years of disrespect. You know, on all these go along, get along gang members. You know, disrespecting a young man that spent over 10 years in the NBA, calling him a buzz, calling him this and that, the third, using him as some type of example. So, because they trying to help the NCAA not get this to get the high school players to play for them, so they can get billions of dollars off these young, more than likely black men. They use people as and the gatekeepers, as Kwame Brown said, was people like Stephen A. Smith, a gatekeeper. You know, say what you want. That's what he was, and that's who he is right now. You know, disrespecting this man. Not just Stephen A. Smith. Yet you had so many others, and then all of a sudden you got NBA, retired NBA players like Steven Jackson and that other guy talking about this man. And you know, like just because they're a part of the go along, get along game, you know, they're trying to get the check. That's what it's all about. It's no morals. It's no decency. All these people be playing that fake role of I'm higher than he because of white mommy and daddy gave me some money. All these people, they nothing but fake woke characters. That's all. I'm sorry. I know those are dudes, but that's who they are. Let's play the rest of this.
it all came out of him. But you know, Kwame's smart, very intelligent,
Yes,
man.
he is.
You go on his podcast and you listen to him. Got a lot of great points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know, he was put in a tough position, man, being the number one player in the NBA at that young of an age.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like Al said, going to a squad where they were trying to win. Like they had Black Jesus on that squad. You know, any team you trying to win now. Right. And it's just I didn't like the way it turned out because a lot of guys that he did get into it with is guys that I love and respect. You know what I mean? Right. So I didn't like the whole fiasco anyway. And, you know, it gave me a bad feeling anyway.
You know, Allen Iverson, like, he gained a lot of weight. It's like every older man usually. But Allen Harrington still look good. He still look like a young guy. He still like he about 19, 20. And he older than me. Let's keep it going.
And I just think, you know, Kwame did what he did. He was successful. I know him as a person and as a teammate. I know he had fun when he played. He enjoyed himself. And Kwame had a lot of great moments. Now, you would expect a number one player to, like Shannon said, end up being a Hall of Famer and All-Star and all those things.
Yes, at least an All-Star. Maybe if you don't make the Hall of Fame, at least an All-Star, yes.
Right, and it didn't happen for him. But, you know, a bust, I can't say that, man. Yeah. I mean, number one player. I mean, number one pick. I don't know, all the beautiful things he's done for his family and for himself.
That's what they don't like to talk about in the mainstream, super fake woke, high level liberal media. They don't talk about how this man helped his family. They don't talk about none of these things. You know what I'm saying? And it's not surprising to people like me. They've been doing that to brothers before I was even born. Before I was even thought about, before my father was even born, before my great grandfather was even born. Goddamn, I this great, the grandfather. It's been like this. There's nothing telling about it. But when other brothers and sisters do it, like Stephen A. Smith, Steve Jackson, so many more, it's a problem for me. These the same people talking about Stephen Jackson, I'm Muslim, I'm about for the people, this, that, and third. It's bullshit. Stephen A. Smith, I'm for the people. It's bullshit. But this is the characteristics that we have going against us. Being a heterosexual black man in this country, guys, we fighting battles, especially outside of our community and especially inside of our community. We fighting tremendous battles. Tremendous. So when I see people like Angela Yee talking about, the LGBTQ members got it harder than a heterosexual black man, I don't laugh at it. I get angry because I'm like, how could you say that rhetoric, that non-truth? The heterosexual black man is at the bottom of the barrel, no matter if he's rich or not. It's just a little bit better when he's rich. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for it, because we help go against each other. We help it. Let's keep it going.
I applaud it, man. You know what I mean? I love Kwame Brown.
Guys, we're all ex-professional athletes, and the number one
like
thing
and subscribe to the
is
channel, guys.
size,
Like and subscribe to the channel.
It's confidence. We've seen guys that are tall. We've seen guys that can run and can lift all these weights. But if you're not confident when you step out there on the court or the field, it don't mean nothing.
That's it. That's it in a nutshell. If you don't have the confidence, I don't care if you LeBron James himself. You can be Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? With all the athletic ability in the world. You know what I mean? And if you don't believe in yourself, and that's in anything in life.
Yes.
That's anything.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You behind the 8 ball anytime you don't believe in yourself. You know what I mean? My mentor used to teach me all the time when I was young. He used to say, if it's you and me, it's me. You know what I mean? Right. That's not cocky. That's not arrogance or anything like that. That's the belief. That's you believing in the talent that God gave you. You know what I mean? And respecting the talent that he gave you by believing that you're the best. You know, I stepped on the court with number 23 before both of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Both of the number 23s. And when I was on that court that night, I felt like in my heart, I was the best player on the floor.
Right.
Yep.
And a million people would say otherwise. But all that mattered was how I felt.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You gonna always know who number 23 is in black and red, you know, when he leave up out of this gym tonight. But you're gonna know who number 3 is too. And that's just how I approached it. You know what I mean? Because once you don't have confidence and bow down, the battle is already lost. You're in trouble.
You know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's the end of that video. Yeah, the thing is, man, again, as I said before, Kwame Brown and a lot of brothers like him, not just non-black people. It's so many people are looking for us to mess up, to do something reckless. And even when we don't do nothing reckless, such as i.e. Kwame Brown, you know, it's like we still get this hate. And again, extremely within our own community. And I don't understand that. I don't get that. First of all, for the most part, we have raised our boys. We raised our boys, like I said in the other video, to be either son husbands or to be as feminine as possible. And then when we toughen it out, when we being raised, half-ass raised, when we're not put in the right circumstances to be the best, then all of a sudden we come out being the best, it's still a problem. Because we got gatekeepers like Stephen A. Smith, Steve Jackson, all these people within our own community doubting us, disrespecting us, just doing everything they possibly can just to get a bag. And that's my problem. But anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And again, you're going to see me later on today, or you know what? It's a little late tomorrow. I'll be going live as well. So get at me. Peace.